Hey, we got a new video from Mob Words. Let's have a look. The hidden logic behind these symbols is talking about like the hashtag. Cool. Yeah, look at that. Check it out.
This familiar symbol spells something. It may just look like a load of lines, but it is actually 2 letters. And I'm going to tell you which ones. I'll also explain where this, and this came from too.
We're going to check the first 2 up, and then for the rest, I'm going to leave it for people to click and watch his original videos. I always do with this kind of videos and reactions.
And these. Let's explore the weird little symbols on your keyboard. It's time for another Rob Words.
Love
so
the
what
research.
do you call this? The
Hashtag.
pound sign, the hash, the number sign, the sharp, the octothorpe? Fancy.
Well, yeah, I do call it sharp if I'm reading music.
See, these are all legit names, but they exist for different, fascinating reasons involving axes, pianos, telephones, and the internet.
I like the
Hashtag,
axes.
obviously. But this most social media-tastic of symbols has its origins in ancient Rome.
You know what I'm noticing with the audio with this one? I think he left both audio tracks, the one recorded by the camera and the one recorded by the mic, because it sounds a little different. Is it just me? Anyways, ancient Rome, I appreciate that.
The Romans weighed something like, I don't know, grapes. They always seem to be eating grapes, don't they?
Yeah.
Anyway, when they did so, they weighed them in ounces, or unciae, 12 of which made a Roman pound.
Yeah, pondus.
The word the Romans used for their pound
Oh, libra.
was libra.
Yep.
In fact, it's the word that we use for our modern day measure, the pound too, when we abbreviate it to LB.
Yeah.
That's LB for the Latin libra. We also nod to it when we
sounds
write
really
the symbol for the currency, the pound as well. That is simply an ornate L for libra with a line through it. But you already knew that because you watched my video about currency symbols.
I actually missed that one.
Didn't you? The line through the British pound symbol is there to show you that it is an abbreviation of a word, libra, rather than just a letter L.
Yeah.
And once the printing press came along, long after the Romans had marched off into the sunset, it became common to print a line through the LB representing the pound weight as well, to show that it was
I kind of see where he's going with this. I had no idea.
also an abbreviation. Don't believe me? Well, look here. This is a text from the early 1700s.
Love it.
And there it is, LB
cut.
with a line through it. Here it is again, labelled as pound weight.
Okay, so basically the cut is an abbreviation. Very nice. Explains why we cut the dollar then.
This is what it looked like printed, but
Okay.
we now need to look at how it was written by hand, because that's when this gets really interesting.
Okay.
Some scribes would write it out all neat and smooth like this. Can you see the L and the B and the horizontal line, which is drifted above the L and B, I guess, for elegance's sake. But not everyone wrote it this neatly. One man, for example, a certain Isaac Newton of gravity fame, scribbled it out like this. Now, can you see where this is going? Because it is this scrawled attempt at the LB pound
Oh boy, it was Newton. Whoo!
symbol that is thought to be the origin of our hatched number sign. This
Thought to
gets
be.
simplified further to 2 vertical lines and 2 horizontal lines, and there it is, the hash. Or should I say the pound sign, because it is called the pound sign precisely because its origins are in our abbreviation for the Latin libra pondo, the pound of weight,
Yeah.
LB. Here's a fun little fact for you. While on an American keyboard, the symbol above the 3 is this pound,
Let me check. He is actually. He's right, yeah.
on a British keyboard, the symbol above the 3 is this pound.
Ooh.
So they've both got a pound, just different ones. Although weirdly, my British MacBook keyboard somehow manages to have both. The fact that we Brits use
It's Apple. What can I tell you? Look at this. This is an original Macintosh. Just got it. Macintosh Plus.
both of these symbols quite a lot creates a problem. We can't call both of these things the pound sign, can we?
Yeah.
So we don't. We're actually more likely to call this a hash. Back in the days when people actually did things over the phone, you used to hear an automated voice say, "For assistance, please press hash." Hash is related.
Thank you for calling BT Answer. The person you've called, how was it? The person you've called is unavailable at the moment. Please try again later. Thank you. Still remember it from when I was living in the UK.
To the word hatched. It's from the French hacher, meaning to chop up into little pieces, as if with an axe, or in French, une hache. Why? Because the symbol looks like it's been diced up into tiny little bits. 9 of them.
Oh, well, yeah, that requires a little imagination for me. It looks like when you do, like, I put a circle here, then I put an X.
As for the name number symbol, well, as this 1903 shorthand book explains, that comes down to where you position it. Pop it before a number, and it means the word number. Pop it after one, and it means pounds. The major coup for the pound/hash/number sign in the 20th century was its inclusion on telephone keypads. Bell Laboratories wanted to fill the unsightly gap either side of the 0 on their...
Which makes sense. I mean, it is unsightly. Let me see if I can...
touch
I'm going to show you again. Oh, boom, look at that. Yeah, no, it absolutely needed to be there. They needed something, totally.
Telephone.
Let me see what I've got here for you. Well, this is kind of older. You know, that's what it was before of this. Before of this, excuse me. I need the cord. I swear, the 1980s and 70s and 90s, cables everywhere. This one doesn't have it. We got operator on 0, but I guess that's before. So how about we do this? Excuse me. Let's see. 9, 1, 1. Ha! It's not connected.
So, on one side, they put the star, or asterisk, more about him later.
Yeah.
And on the other, they put our 4-lined friend.
Love it.
Although telecoms engineers decided that they wanted to give it a new name. They called it the octothorpe.
Never heard it in my life.
The octobit is simple. It has 8 points, but no one knows why they put thorpe after it. One theory is that it's because cartographers used to mark out villages on maps with this symbol, a village is a thorpe. Another is that it was a tribute to the first Native American to win Olympic gold for the United States, Jim Thorpe.
What does that have anything to do with it, though? I mean, that would be the most random thing ever.
And another is that it's meaningless.
Yeah.
It's a sort of joke. There's no real agreement on how to spell it either. Anyway, 20th century telephone fame turned into 21st century internet ubiquity when in 2007, Twitter's Chris Messina suggested using the pound symbol to create groups. And lo, the hashtag was born. It's called a hashtag because it is a tag marked with a hash. The symbol is not called hashtag.
Oops.
I don't know why the people at Twitter didn't call it pound tag.
Oh, gosh. Pound tag. Hashtag, yeah, that's how I... Okay, so now I know it's a hash. Sounds weird, though. I feel like people are not going to understand me if they say, so, guys, just make sure to type hash, hashtag, I don't know.
Doesn't sound right, though, does it? Oh, and for the musically minded, I need to mention sharp, don't I? Now, oddly, the number symbol and the musical sharp symbol are not the same sign.
Ooh.
I know they look alike, but they came about completely independent.
That's amazing. Yeah, of course, that one is slanted. Okay, I want to be honest. I thought they were the same. I never noticed. Like, I guess I don't have a future career as a detective.
Believe it or not, the sharp started off as a B. It's true. In early musical notation, a B flat, so one semitone below a B, was marked with what was called a B rotundum, or round B, which is just a fancy name for our lowercase b. That's why the flat symbol still looks like a lowercase b.
So did they do it
Meanwhile,
differently?
a normal B note, to differentiate it from the flat, was marked with a different alternative shaped B called the...
Yeah, it's not very smart, is it? Because you're going to get confused. So already, like, reading music, like sight reading was the one thing I hated the most when I was studying piano. I was pretty good at memorizing the sheet music, you know, memorize to practice it. And I could read, of course I can read music, but sight reading was always... like difficult and wow.
B quadratum, or square B, which is this Gothic boxy looking B. this became the natural symbol that musicians will recognize.
Okay.
Then later, when composers started throwing in flats for notes other than B, they used the same notation, even though they weren't dealing with Bs anymore. However, they added a variant of the B quadratum to mark a semitone above the bass note. A sharp. That variant looks like this.
We love it.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
On that note, I've had a marvellous time researching this video, reading through medieval manuscripts to find beautiful old versions
of
all of these symbols. But that has meant having an awful lot of tabs open.
I was just trying to figure out, because I mean, it's insane how every single YouTuber on this planet is always better than me when it comes to creating smooth transition to sponsorship integrations. But the one thing that I'm trying to figure out is, what is he sponsored by? Medieval England?
Luckily, I found organising my research easy, thanks to this video's sponsor, Opera. Opera has so many uses.
Alright, skipping it, but I'm not skipping his thing. So use the link in the description. Does he have a like Rob Words thing? Not yet, not really, no. Well, then click the link in his description, I suppose.
The description of this video. Go down there, click on it,
get the bag,
and give Opera Browser a go.
Love it.
Right then, we've discovered that the pound sign is probably ultimately just the letters L and B. So, what about this one? The and symbol or ampersand does not look like a word, but it is one. In fact, it is a full one. Really? It is the Latin word for and, et. The Romans themselves
so it's Dungeon et Dragons.
Used this. How do we know? Because we have this, the earliest known example of it, graffitied onto a wall in the doomed Roman city of Pompeii.
Okay, this is my favorite part. That looks like a dog, though.
Can you see how it's a very crude E and a T? Now, I'd have loved to have shown you an actual photo of the graffiti itself, but it doesn't seem like anyone has one. Instead, I'm relying on the research of a fella named Jan Schichold, who wrote the definitive history of the ampersand, aber auf Deutsch. And he includes it as the first example on a page showing the development of the and symbol over the centuries.
Let me have a look. So, yeah, man, look at this one. So it starts 1, 2, 3. It's really, I mean, I can see the T now that he said it, of course. But the E? Seriously? Yeah, this one is already better. E, so E-T. So it's all about E-T. Okay, the alien. Aliens have been with us this entire time. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, basically, it's already recognizable. Number 7, perhaps 6 a little bit. But 7 is where we're at. Yeah.
From this, you can really see, can't you, how it morphed into the and sign that we know today. Some modern fonts actually make its ET origins clearer than others. As for the name ampersand, well, that's thought to hark back to a time when the and symbol was included as a sort of semi-official final letter of the alphabet.
You know what it reminds me of? Not that I didn't know about this one. It's nice that it's et in Latin. It's a bit like those situations where you have like e.g., exempli gratiae or exempli gratiae, which would be the one where like you want to give an example. For example, it means for example. When you write it, the two letters are Latin, and it's the same with the id, so id est, which means which is to say. So those are Latin, and of course there is BC AD, whereby BC is English before Christ, but AD is Anno Domini, as for Anno Domini Nostri Jesu Christi, which is what I say every time that someone uses the condescending BCE that I absolutely despise, and I refuse not only to use it but to read it. I refuse to read it. Someone writes BCE, I read it as BC. Here's what it is.
Like it is in this adorable 19th century book teaching American kiddies how to spell.
Wonderful.
When reciting this version of the alphabet, it was apparently typical to end with Z or Z and per se and. Per se being yet more Latin, this time for in itself. And from and, per se and, we get ampersand. So weirdly, the word ampersand has the word and in it twice, which is not great going for what's supposed to be an abbreviation. The first one turned into an am in the same way as it sometimes does in the word sandwich. Have you ever noticed that some people pronounce it sandwich? Seriously, listen out for it.
Sandwich. It's a sandwich. I don't, but I mean, I guess, do you? Let me know in the comments. I'm halfway through. It's a very highly researched video, so I usually, with highly researched videos, I don't want to react too much. So consider this as an introduction, and please go give him the like and the view and the comment, because he's the one who put in the research. And et With that being said, thank you for joining Metatron's Academy. Have a good day.